today we've got the Roland BK-7m. This is a backing module. I mean, it's like a whole synth in a box and drum machine, and you know, it's got lots of backings for rock, disco, ballrooms, 50s and 60s things, Latin, all sorts. It's a really, really great machine, and my friend uses it with his key organ. So just have a little listen and see what this wonderful thing sounds like. It's so sleazy, it's wonderful. I just love the sound. Anyway, yeah, rubbish. Anyway, I just want to take it apart. That's the whole point of this video. So, let's switch it off and get inside it and see what makes this thing tick. Screwdriver time. So this thing's advertised by Roland as all you need to plug into a MIDI capable piano, an accordion. Don't know if you've seen that video on YouTube of the guy playing the accordion in the completely empty bar. Even the barman's gone. Well, anyway, no, that's horrible to the accordionists, sorry. But yeah, and of course my mate, he uses an organ, a key organ, and this, and that's it. And you can record onto a USB stick and have all sorts of backings, and if you've got the patience, even put the words to songs and things and bring it up onto a big screen, because it has the video output as well. So yeah, there's a lot in this little tiny thing here. Well, let's get it open. Stop rabbiting. We just want to see what's in it, don't we? So you've got 6 screws around the outside there. There's 4 screws here, but that's for fitting it onto a plate so you can have it on a drum stand next to you. I'll show you one of those in a moment if you wish. But yeah, so we undo those 6 screws and just check inside. Hey, there we go. Right, let me just flip this around so we can have a proper look at this. Where is it all? Where is it all? It's so tiny in there. Did I tell you, by the way, of the microelectronics firm that have become so successful they've had to move to smaller premises now? No, it's a crap joke really, wasn't it? That wasn't even a joke. Right, okay, well, let's start dismantling this thing. There you go, the 2 halves. Right, there won't be a great amount of things to sort of see in here. Here is the display. That's a typical dot matrix little display there, with a blue backlit light in there, and you've got a rotary encoder that pushes as well. That again is a separate little board. These will be just the typical push buttons with the LEDs on there. There's nothing fancy going off in there at all. 3 sets of pots and that's it. But that's just your faceplate. This is where all the magic will live, of course. Now then, let's get in here. Awkwardly, the screws that hold this plate on are actually screwed from underneath. So you can't undo this until you take the whole board out. So let me figure out how to actually open this thing up. I don't want to damage this, or else I'm going to be in serious trouble. Now these 4 screws in the bottom here that hold it to a plate for you, they obviously go into this metal piece here, most likely. So I'll take these out anyway, and hopefully we haven't got any hidden screws underneath these rubber feet, because that's a a trick that all manufacturers, well, a lot of manufacturers do. You have to peel up the rubber feet to find the screws underneath it, or labels and stickers. But in this case, I think we're probably going to be okay there. Actually, it's a good job I looked on the bottom, because I've just noticed 2 screws right up in the top there. And yeah, that's part of this metalwork, so they've got to come out as well. We'll just take every screw out of it and worry about putting it back together afterwards. Right, this is the USB board. Not a lot to see, just 2 USB connectors and the cables to the rest of the board. So we'll get rid of that out of the way. We don't really need that, do we? Nah, chuck that in the bin. I've taken all the screws out, everywhere where I can find a screw, and this is just gonna come out all in one piece. Right, let's move that piece away, don't need that. This is the bit that we're interested in. Anything on the bottom? Well, no, not a lot. A few capacitors, resistors, 1 chip, yeah, whatever. Let's have a look on this side. Let's try and make sense of what's happening in here. Right, these, I might have to put my magnifying glass over them. Let's have a look. Right, these are just op amps, these ones are. This one here is a 7805, it's a 5-volt regulator, obviously for this circuitry. And this one here is an AK4620 BVF. That's Asahi Kasei micro devices. Now that one little chip there is a 24-bit 192K record and playback, and it's got the onboard analog to digital converters, input program, gain amplifiers and things, all in that tiny little chip there, because this device records as well, records and plays back, and you can play other things while you've got backings going off, and this obviously is what's controlling all of that. The information for it would be on your USB stick though that you plug in, because the memory isn't here for you to record music onto it. This is just the controller, the record and playback controller. But anyway, let's move on a little bit and get underneath this cover here, because that looks pretty well populated down there. I've got to unscrew this from the bottom, so let's get this bit out. Right, now I'm getting down to the actual circuit board part here. Because my friends are getting a little bit worried, Organaut is getting a little bit worried, I've set myself up for the anti-static mat and the anti-static wristband, etc. So I'm not going to hurt your BK7m.
I have every faith in you.
He's biting his fingernails as he talks to me. Okay, let's move in and get this apart and have a look in here a little bit further, because this is quite interesting, this is. Well, it is to me anyway. Okay, removing this. I've taken the screws off the bottom of this metal plate, and there's a plug. Hang on a minute. Pretty. Where should we start? Well, let's stay on this board for the moment. Immediately, I see there's some Roland branded chips, some Sharp branded chips, and Epson. There's an Epson chip on there. They make printers. However, I know what this one is. SID 13746, is that? F01A6. Anyway, look, I know what that is. That's basically a TV graphics engine. And you can see it's in line with the video output here. And this will do sort of PAL and NTSC. Somebody said to me NTSC stands for never the same colour, but I don't know, I'm not even going there. But anyway, it's a QFP 128 pin chip, and that's controlling all the video output and the graphics, etc. Because you can also, with the USB stick, store video images. onto this BK7m, and whilst you're playing along you can actually touch the row of the 10 buttons and display pictures directly off this. I mean, I don't know why you'd do that, but it can do that. I mean, somebody will master that along the way. But anyway, so yeah, this Epson is the TV graphics output. Right, okay. We have a Roland branded chip here. For anybody who wants to find out that information, I don't know what it is. R0423747. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what that is. It's obviously Roland's little bit of magic because they've had it branded in their name. Okay, moving along. What are these? These TR220 packages. 1CZ41H. Right, they are chopper regulators. They've got 300k oscillator circuits built in. These are probably used for soft start and whatever. Anyway, something to do with power. Up in the top here, we've got an optocoupler there for the MIDI, and there's a MIDI controller chip there as well. And yeah, nice capacitors, beautiful little coil here. Yeah, one crystal on board there, and yeah, that's about it. Very nice, very, very neat. I like it. Very neatly done. All right then, we shall move on to the next board. This board contains the ESMT. This is RAM. This is DRAM, and there's 2 bits there. Don't know what that is. 64 meg there, 256 meg there. That is just DRAM. That is. That I've sort of noticed on the board. If I get my little pointy stick, if you can see this close up, there's a heck of a lot of unpopulated space pads here for other devices. This is for putting another connector on, and it's not there. More microchips, they're not there. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe this board is being used for the keyboard version as well. Who knows? Haven't got a clue there. Right. I want to get inside there because it looks like there's some big processors in there. So let's unscrew this one and have a look. There's a lot of screws here. I might not get them all in the right order, but I've got some blue tack and sticky tape, so don't worry about that.
Oh,
we'll make it fit somehow. Fix it with blue tack and sticky tape. Oh, right, okay. This is obviously the works. I mean, this is the computer side, the magic side. Right, what have we got in here? Here's some expansion memory there. This is flash memory. It looks like 512 meg, and that one's 512 meg as well there. Very nice. A bit more of that ESMT DRAM. A Roland WSP chip. That actually is in the Boss GT10 base. That actual chip there is all your effects processors, all your reverbs and all sorts of bits and pieces like that. That's what that chip's doing, because they use that in other items. Now then, here, this big baby, a Roland SSC. Now then, there you go. Are you ready for educating time? SSC stands for Sound System on a Chip. And this is a massive, the whole sound system, and it's all built in on that. Now, these were designed with Roland and Rogers Instruments. Rogers, who is actually Rogers Jenkins, and Fred Tinker together, they're 2 engineers that used to work for Tektronix. Tektronix makes oscilloscopes, lab equipment and all that sort of stuff. But I think these two guys moved over to Roland in about 88, 89, somewhere like that, and they wanted to build the world's finest organs. And the SSC, you know, this basically is the whole sound system of something that used to be a giant organ and whatever. Anyway, that technology there is Roland and Rogers. But the SSC is their sound system on a chip. So that's where the sound's coming from. Right. Okay. There's a lot more unpopulated space here. I'd love to have known what would have gone on there. But yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Now I'm going to have to put this all back together again. So, sellotape time. Sellotape and blue tack.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. BK7m in pieces. But how long is it going to get me, or take me rather, to put it back together again and press the start and see it fire up with the rhythm? Now this is not like the Roland that I did earlier, which was a bit simpler to put together. There's a lot more bits and pieces here. So anyway, got my little stopwatch, and don't worry, I'm going to fast forward this so you don't have to sit and watch me boringly put all the screws and things in. So anyway, enough nattering, let's get started. Minutes. I'm slacking. Oh well, there you go. It's all back together and it's all working. Are you happy?
Yes, there's no spare screws there.
No, I've put them all in the bin. So, there you go. 8 minutes and running. Just one more thing I will show you is the video output into the monitor, and show you what the sort of the demo does, how it holds pictures. So I'll just plug it into a monitor now. I've connected the BK7m with the video output. It's got standard composite video output on it, and the left and right, I'm just going to run it into the TV screen instead. Now you might want to use this video output because it will do standard MIDI file lyrics and things, so you can turn it into a karaoke machine if you wish. But what it will also do is you can load images onto your USB stick. I've not seen anybody doing this on YouTube at the moment, but you can load images on and use these buttons across the front here, the Latin, rock, jazz, blues, etc., and you press each one of those and an image file will be shown actually on your TV screen. Now this has a demo built in it, so if you press menu and exit together, it's going to demonstrate something. So let's have a look. Demo. There you go. It's up on the big screen. This could be very handy if you're, you know, playing somewhere and you want people to sing along to your music. It will also show the chords and things that you're playing. Well, basically, there's the images. And yes, it's an advert for itself. A powerful interactive band into a portable module. Anyway, turn that down and it goes through different sounds and demonstrates itself. Now, that's basically all I can say about it. The only thing that I don't like about this is the plastic on the cover is so easily scratched. You touch it, there's a fingerprint there, and it's very, very easy to pick up tiny scratches and things. It's, you know, it's sort of a perspex thing. But other than that, you know, for the price of it and things, yeah, I reckon Roland's made a very handy little device there. That'll suit a lot of musicians. So I hope you found this interesting, and there's more stuff on the way soon. Things are starting to pile up for me to take apart and, you know, have a dig into on the internet. So thank you very much for watching. All the best, and I hope to see you again.